Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. And today I'm going to be speaking about femicide within the South African context, drawing on stuff like gender-based violence, power relations, the rape culture, and stuff like that. But before I even get into it, I really just want to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel thus far. Thank you for all of the views. Thank you for all of the likes, the comments, the shares. I really don't take those things lightly, and I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And I hope that even as we carry on and you guys carry on engaging in my channel, that you guys will really enjoy the content that I still have to provide for you guys. Okay, so before I even start, I just want to add a small disclaimer. The contents of my channel do not constitute as professional psychological advice or psychological interventions. So if any of you guys are experiencing any psychological stresses or anything that you feel that you need help with, please do consult your nearest healthcare professional for further help. I mean, my channel is basically just going to be drawing on my subjective views, which are obviously going to be drawing on my professional experiences and what I've learned in my profession as well, but it does not constitute as official psychological help. Okay, so I really hope that you guys will enjoy what I have in store for you today. I am going to be speaking about something that's slightly controversial, but that is also very close to my heart. Okay, so before we start, the whole reason why I decided to make this my official topic was because I was getting so frustrated with regards to why are we always finding ourselves in this cycle of gender-based violence, of femicide, of woman abuse, of all of these other things surrounding the whole rape culture and stuff like that. Like, why are we always doing this every single year? Why must there always be a gender-based violence awareness campaign happening every single year in every single part of the world? So what is it that we're not addressing? What is it that we're not doing right? What are we missing? Are we just scratching the surface? You know, what can we do differently? And I'm asking myself these questions, and I'm asking you guys these questions as well because I don't have all the answers. But I was really getting frustrated with regards to what is it about us? What is it about what we're teaching? What is it about the energies that we're giving off? That is constantly keeping us in this toxic. Every single year we have to face the same problems. Every single year it's the same campaigns. Every single year it's the same. I was just getting frustrated. And so that's why I actually had to sit down and ask myself, Wuti, what do I think we're not doing right as a society? Okay, so not only am I referring to the rape culture, but also the systems of dysfunctionality that exist within our communities and our societies as well, because our communities are made up of families, you know, and if you break it down further within the South African context, and if I'd ask you guys, how many families do you know from your community that you would say are fully functional? You know, we don't have that luxury. We don't have the luxury of a dad and a mom and, you know, the whole nuclear structure where the dad is supportive and the mom is supportive and the children are striving in various areas of their lives. I mean, we come from backgrounds of abusive fathers, absent fathers. We come from backgrounds of angry mothers because of the stuff that they've had to face from their spouses as well. And we come from a background where the children are left to figure things out. So if I come from a home where my dad is either never around or he is around but he's not playing a supportive role in my life, and he's not teaching me what to look for in a significant other, or what to look for in a partner, or I'm constantly being exposed to my mom being abused by my dad, and I'm in a place where my environment normalizes silence, where my environment normalizes a drunk parent coming home and creating havoc, and everybody just has to hey, no, me again, just keep quiet, he'll get over it. You know, if I come from a society that normalizes things like if I'm at school and a boy is asking me out and they constantly, like saying inappropriate things, or they touching me inappropriately, and his friends are laughing and not making a big deal out of it. If I come from a place that normalizes that, then how does that then shape my perception of gender roles? We unfortunately, we come from places that don't teach us functional gender roles, that don't teach us how a man should be like, how a woman should be like, how to identify abuse while it's still in its early ages, where to go to if you feel like, this is what I'm seeing and I know that this is not okay. If we come from places that normalize these things, and you go to tertiary one day and a friend of yours comes and is like, I was raped at 14, and one comes and is like, I was raped at 9, and the other one comes and says, I once watched my friend force himself onto a girl and I didn't do anything about it, then what does that do to you internally? And what we have in like how we view things in the inside is a result of how we act on the outside as well. So if my foundation is based on those perceptions of dysfunctionality, if my foundation is based on those thoughts of dysfunctionality, then what am I going to give off? What are the chances that I'm actually going to not produce what I am? Because people produce what they are, because what they are is what they know. So that's why in some cases you'll find that children that grew up in abusive households, end up being abusers or becoming victims of abuse, because you attract what you know. So if all I know is violence, if all I know is the fact that I need to show power over someone of the opposite gender so that I can get my way, or so that I can feel good about myself, if I grew up in a place that normalizes that, then what are the chances that that's what I'm going to produce? And what are the chances that my children are going to grow up with that mentality as well? And what are the chances that every single year from now onwards, that's what we're going to be dealing with? So I cannot stress enough the seriousness of it. It all starts with you. I mean, if you're a guy and you can't let your friend date your sister, but you're telling me that not all men, not in my hands, then what do you stand for? If you're an elderly man out there and you can't take your daughter and drop her off at another man's house who's the same age as you to spend the night there and whatever the case is, but you're telling me that not in my hands, then what are we doing? I know the potential that we have as individuals and as communities, but we have to start by creating better systems that can help us identify these toxic traits that we've created within our family systems and within our communities, so we know what to fix, so we know where to channel our interventions towards. If we're constantly going to be organizing marches and awarenesses, which is a great idea, I attend those, I'm in the forefront of those, I'm all for those, but we need to know where to direct our interventions and our energies into. We need to teach our societies how to become functional families, how to reconstruct these dysfunctional norms that have put us here in the first place. It starts by seeing where the actual problem is and doing something there. Let's not always try to deal with the fruits of the problem, but let's deal with the roots of the problem as well, because the roots are what are always manifesting the fruits. So let's know where to put in the work, and let's really just channel our energy towards that, because we want to create a better generation. We want to create better a functional society for our children and for our children's children. And if I can't do it, and if you can't do it, then who must? The government? is the government going to be taking care of your children and your children's children in the next couple of years to come? You know, so let us start with you. You identify your own toxic traits within your life and within your family that you know are perpetuating things like gender-based violence and femicide and toxic masculinity, and let's all do something about it correctly. So my plea to everyone out there is do what you can. I mean, I always say each one help one. It always starts with you. It always starts with your family. Let's go back to our communities and let's teach our people how to create functional families, how to heal from dysfunctions, and how to reconstruct these toxic sociocultural norms that we've allowed ourselves to live by. So that's it from me for today. I mean, I know that I've only just touched on a part of it. There's still so much more to cover with regards to gender-based violence and the effect of family systems in the society and perpetuating things like gender-based violence. You know, I mean, I'd love to cover more, but I'd also want to hear on the comment section on what thoughts you guys have regarding the topic as well. But you know, in mind, I might want to cover things like how to identify toxic family systems and how to heal or where to go to get help with dealing with these toxic family systems, because I honestly feel like we could do so much more if we channel it towards the root cause. So thank you guys so much. If you've made it this far in the video, I really hope that you enjoyed it. Again, I'm still as nervous as ever, but again, because of the positive feedback and the support that I received from you guys with my first video, I mean, a day after my launch, I was already on like 100 views. I know it's not a lot, but to me, it really was a big thing. You know, I'm so grateful and I'm so appreciative for every like, every comment, and every subscriber. So continue to share, continue to engage. Let's get this baby channel growing. And yeah, man, thank you guys so much. Appreciate every single one of you. Stay safe, take care of yourself, and each one help one. It starts with you. No, baby, let's do it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What if I told you I'm going
No, don't do that.
I'm going to put this at the end of the video as a blooper.
Don't do that.
I will.
I'm going to say your name, your surname, and your ID number so you can't post it.
I definitely know you're not going to do that.
And your bank number, and your bank
I know you're not going to do that. Will you do that?
Please stop. Let's start.
It's so cute. Look at you.
Stop,
Oh,
baby.
Oh,